Right, everyone. Collector here. Right. Bright today, isn't it? I've got to do light bulbing. So, yeah. Just my normal name. We'll just talk about whatever. Yeah. I feel like I've forgotten to do something. But, yeah. All right, Preston. I've changed my light bulb so it's a bit brighter in here than what it looks like to you. All right, Will. I'm extremely deaf today. Where this cold has affected my ears ever so slightly. Right, John? They've not affected it in a bad way, if you know what I mean. But well, it's hard to explain. But when I get a cold, sometimes I can't hear properly. And right now, I'm fucking deaf as a fucking post. Right now, but I've got a lot of tinnitus as well. Not that it matters. I don't need it for these streams anyway. Right, Jam. All right, Peach. Yeah, just saying I'm really deaf today. Right, Zed. But yeah, I've changed the light bulb so it might look a bit brighter. It's one. I don't know if you've ever had them. It's a like a white light bulb sort of thing. Like a like a light bulb, sort of a yellowy light, an orangey light. This is like a white light or like a blue light, a bit like neutral light that you get on torches. You're not gonna hear me, all right? Can you? Starting to wonder for a second. Then, yes, I am all right. Preston said, in a bug-up situation, would you take one of your replica guns with you to scare people because they probably wouldn't know? In all honesty, no. If I was going to threaten someone with a gun in a shit hit the fan situation, it would have to be real. I wouldn't be able to risk it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be. It's hard to explain, but no, I'd be too scared that they wouldn't realise, and then I'd just have like a bludgeoning weapon. So no, in shit hit the fan, I would rather have something that like I don't know, but yeah, no, I don't think I could. I don't think I wouldn't feel happy in my own. Well, I could get guns here, John, if I wanted to. You know, most people could get them in a shit hit the fan situation. There's shotguns all over the. You know, I think even just in my county there was 600,000 shotguns. You know what I mean? So not in my county, in my, I won't say where, but you know what I mean? There's a hell of a lot of shotguns in this country if you wanted to get them. But yeah, no, I wouldn't. I couldn't be confident in a shit hit the fan situation with something that didn't actually shoot, if you know what I mean. This is all theoretical anyway, you know what I mean. Pete said warm white and daylight are the LEDs you can get now. I have daylight in my room. Yeah, I think that's what this is, a daylight one. It's a bit weird at first. Yeah, you get used to it, don't you? Yeah, so what's everyone been at today then? I've just completed The Last of Us. That was quite good. I enjoyed that, actually. You know, I've got crossbows, for all that kind of stuff anyway. All right, Liam, I did see your reply. Oh, I saw that you replied, but I didn't get to read it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I won't do no spoilers for anyone. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked how, like everything I say now won't be spoilers. I liked how ruthless they were in it, because obviously in that kind of situation, in The Last of Us, anyone who doesn't know, in The Last of Us, it's after what is it? I'm trying to explain it in a way without spoiling it too much. There's been like an apocalypse type thing, but it's more not like a nuclear bomb type thing, more of disease type thing, and so the world is still, it's more like derelict than bombed, if you know what I mean. So nothing's been done for 20 years, say, you know what I mean, and everything's overgrown, and it's in a survival, they're trying to survive with these sort of mutant type things. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. I'm in a bit of a weird mood today. You're right, Jennifer. Zed said, oh, and Bristol. You're right, Bristol. Zed said, I watched the Banana Splits movie this afternoon. Any good, was it? I might have to take a fucking painkiller in a minute. Liam said, cordyceps fungi spreads to humans, turning them into zombies, basically. Cordyceps is a real thing, but can only affect insects. Beak said, yeah, loving bricking bad guys in that game. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I did like how ruthless they were, but then you'd have to be in that kind of situation. Fucking noses this, you know. Jed said, survive with mutant type things. They went shopping at Tesco's then, did they? I did see your bit about saying it reminded you a bit of the road. It reminded me of the stand for some reason. I'll tell you the other. I better not say, so I don't want to spoil it. But a lot of the bits in it are similar to the stand. Maybe there's a bit of an influence from the stand in it, but in reverse. Instead of, I'll put it this way: in the stand, someone's trying to escape from a hospital, not try to get to one. Stuff like that. When I was playing it, I thought, yeah, they could make a good. If they made a game of the stand like this, it would be good. Bristol said, hi, Mike. Your gas mask, is it near you? They are in this room, yeah. It's over there. Carry on if you got a question or something. Preston said, I bet there is some fuck out there trying to make it able to infect people. Oh, what, the cordyceps, yeah. Zed said, it's okay. I think it could have been better though. Oh, what, the banana splits film. Preston said, like how the government still took control of the people. What's left of it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Banger music. All right. He said, hey, bro, we are live talking about you. Now taking live calls about you. Check it back. All right. It's going to be a bit difficult for me to do it, but all right. Where am I? I can't do it on here. It's weird. Right, I'll have to look in a minute because I can't. On this thing I'm doing, I couldn't actually go to channel. Right, where am I? Right, I might sort myself out in a minute. I don't know why I'm in a bit of a weird fucking mood. I don't know why. Maybe it's a come down from just finishing that game. Right, wait a minute. Pop out chat. If you're interested, click on fuck's sake. Click on Banger Music TV's channel. Go and look at that. That's right. All right. Yes, this is the UK. If that's what you're on about. Will said, that's right. That's right. Liam said, only thing I didn't like about Last of Us is trying to aim in third person with the controller. Yeah, there was a bit of an issue with the aiming, I thought. But yeah, I liked it. I'll be honest with you, the gameplay was ever so slightly repetitive, but it was good enough that it didn't really bother me, and I started to enjoy that style of gameplay. Weapon I said, also Red Dead 2 is finally coming out PC in November. Now that'd be good. Once you've played that, I'll replay it. Or I'll replay it while you're playing it. Thank you for the link sharing now. Right, let me get this onto the live chat. Glow in the dark. You right, mate? Yeah, not bad. I don't know, I'm suddenly in a bit of a weird mood. I don't know though, but I'm all right. Pete said, talking about Tommy Robinson, like. E Honda said, always streaming when I'm getting ready for work. Did you find out if your computer can run StreamYard? I'll tell you what, mate. Fucking itchy nose. I will write that down now on my old list. Stream, what is it? Stream StreamYard. Yeah, it probably will. It's just the only thing is it's like a fucking, this is a Windows 7 fucking old thing, and it does struggle with some things. But I'll definitely look into it. Iron Man, you right, mate? Sorry if I've missed anyone's comment. Oh, Iron Man said that torch I bought, you can get a 2D version for 20 quid. It's just as bright. I might look into that one. That's half the price, isn't it? SRS Power. You right, mate? So are you going to make any slow gin this year? I bought 70 millilitres of Bombay Sapphire. I like a bit of Bombay Sapphire. I don't know if you know this, Sam, but I am a fan of gin. I do like gin. I don't know if that's why you mentioned it. Yeah, I do like a bit of gin. No, I might do. I've got no plans, but I don't see why not. Daryl, who comes on occasionally, Daryl Appleby, I think he goes by his name now on here. He quite often does that as well. Yeah, I do like a bit of gin though. Glow in the Dark said, selling my last Jerry Anderson Thunderbirds ray gun, number 8 of 300. If anyone is interested, keeping the last 2. Well, you have to see if you get any offers for it, mate. Bristol said, yeah, sure. I have to get hold of a Belgian sniper's gas mask with adjustable filter for left or right shooting. Which one do you want to see? Because the new one I've got a thing on the front, and the old one has one on one side. I can't remember which side. Oh, yeah, weapons and stuff has just give you a thing there. It said, the BM. What do you need? I'll tell you what, if you want advice on gas masks, though, ask weapons and stuff. You right, Rich? Iron Man said, Mother's Ruin, they call gin. Yeah, have you ever looked up the old advertising for gin and beer? Yeah, they used to reckon gin was like the fucking scourge of humanity. And but yeah, you know, all fucking boozers as bad as each other, innit? If you abuse it. Bristol said, might be, I've researched because no markings on it and stuff. Honda, I love gin and tonic. Oh, do I like gin and tonic? Nell says she does as well. Bernard Dark said Tanqueray gin and cucumber. I never tried that. I have tried the Tanqueray gin, but not with cucumber. SOS Power said I did have half a bottle left from last year, but I gave it to my dad for his birthday. That there are plenty of slows around just now. A nice one. I'll have to look out for some then, or see if Mark can get me some. Yeah, I think partly why I'm in a bit of a weird mood is because of this fucking. I'm really fucking deaf at the minute, and it's making my sort of own voice sound weird in my head, like buzzy. But that may be what's doing it, and also this fucking light. I got a load of fucking attacks on my fucking senses right now. My eyes, my fucking ears. The op peaked out to be ages yet. I've got to go back on the 3rd of January, but that'd just be to start it, if you know what I mean, if that's what you're on about. Weapons, I've said to Bristol, will be. Belgium used to use them for years, but had too much bother producing them, funding them, so ended up buying Avon masks and selling all the BEM masks on the surplus market, putting them on, selling them on. I'll skip the rest of your weapon. I'll skip the fuck. Sorry, I can't talk. I'll skip the rest of your gas mask replies to Bristol there. I won't need to read them out. Liam. Will said, liked your vlog video the other day. Go do another. I reckon so. Yeah, they're quite good. People seem to enjoy those. But I probably am fucking yelling, Peach. I need to stop fucking yelling. People do enjoy those vlogs more than a lot of the ones you put a lot of effort into in a way. Do you know what I mean? I am under attack, Will. Jonah Dark said, what was that you said? I'll tell you what though, if I ever fall for that, you'll know I'm seriously ill. Because I must have heard that joke about 150 fucking thousand times in my life. I will say to people, if I ever fall for that, you'll know I'm actually ill. All right, where am I? Zed said, as I said yesterday, my doctor told me to have a glass of gin and tonic every night. Gin to help me sleep, and the tonic water to stop me getting cramp at night. And was that genuinely true then, Zed? Because I wasn't sure if you was joking yesterday when you said that. Yeah. Now said if your ears are blocked, it can make you feel a bit irritable, I think. Yeah, it probably is that now. Weapons and stuff said, I've had a weird day today. Day at work was fine, but felt quite lethargic all day. I had no appetite to actually eat, to get any strength up. Hoping tomorrow, after a good night's sleep, to feel more normal. It's strange when you feel like that. E Honda said, what kind of lever gun is that behind you? In all honesty, mate, I'm not 100% sure. It's a Denix replica, but I can't remember the specific model because it doesn't actually say on it. You're right, John. He said, big bottle of pink gin in the fridge. Nice. Liam, you're right, mate. A quick question. When you stop smoking, did you get a bad chest? Could it be clean itself out? I didn't get no side effects from giving up smoking, if that's what you're saying. Apart from never having to cough any crap up afterwards. That's it. I never felt any like fitter or anything. I stopped coughing. Apart from now, because I got a cold. Glow in the dark. So I got told by a doctor years ago to put olive oil in my ears when I started to get dizzy spells. Sort of work. That would definitely 100% not work for me. Glow in the dark. But I've got a perforated eardrum. If I poured anything in that air, that would cause an instant infection. It would get inside behind the eardrum. But that is a thing. I do know that. That is their T2, you right, mate? Zed said if your ears feel blocked, try taking a decongestant like a Lemsip. All right, I might do that. Thing is, it don't bother me most of the time. It's just now because I'm constantly talking. I'm in a silent room with just my voice. You know what I mean? When you're watching the telly and that, or playing a computer game, it's not so bad. But now I'm talking. That's all I can hear. Got fucking buzzing in my fucking head. But yeah, and I can't get a Lemsip now. I might take a fucking couple of paracetamols in a minute though. SRS Power Sam said, have you ever had a gin board? It's like a cheese board, but with 5 glasses. With measures of different types of gin, 5 different measures of tonic too, 5 bowls of dried fruit in it. Oh no, I've not. That sounds really good though. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so yeah, it's true. Strange though, it might seem. Yeah. Ehon says it looks like a Winchester Model 94. I'll tell you what, it's definitely an old Western style one, because we're only allowed to buy ones pre 1900s or in the 1800s, something like that. I can't bloody remember. I did know at one point recently, but I forgot. That's where I said, yeah, I had the exact same thing with the lethargy today. I can't talk. Iron Man said, my doctor said to me to drink beer and to slowly wean myself off because quitting all of a sudden can cause nasty side effects. Yeah, it all depends how much you drink, doesn't it? I think some people can just stop, but if you drink loads, yeah, it can kill you. If you're a proper like chronic alcoholic, drinking fucking liters of vodka a day, stopping can kill you. When I've said to SOS, weird, I'm not coming down or something then. Pete said, uploading the my Carter Scales making video. It's a long one, so skip through if you watch it. Nice one. But yeah, funny thing I was going to say to you, you should put a video on like that, because it looks really good. Glowing Dart said, also up for sale are my level 3 body armour, still fully badged up, but obsolete, as UK AEA no longer exists, so I'm allowed to keep it if anyone wants it. 42-inch long. Mention that again later. Reeks might like that, Jumble Sabu. All right, Bob, good to see you on, mate. Weapons up at 1800, so 1870, sorry, it's a weird cut-off date for replicas. Yeah, 1870, that's it, I couldn't bloody remember. Weapons up, so I assume 1879 is the cut-off, technically. Little Dark said, Asp Taser, speed cuffs and Glock pouches are attached by click fast docks. Throw in the cuffs, but obviously don't have any of the other kit. Yeah, same with his heroin withdrawal, I imagine. E Honda said I have a 1861 cap and ball black powder revolver. Would that be okay in the UK? Yes, it would. Yeah, you'd have to have a license for it, or a license for the black powder. It's a bit of a weird one. Liam may be able to explain that better to you, or possibly glow in the dark. But yeah, that would be. Yeah, we could have that here. You'll be surprised. There are a lot of things you can have over here on the right licenses. It's it's just a lot of people don't know that, or it's the gun culture over here is not a big thing like it is in America. Iron Man said to weapons of heroin addicts get prescribed methadone. It's more addictive. Oh, and the methadone is more addictive. Yeah, I'd assume Liam would probably know that. Zed said eat to E100 if you get the right licenses. Yes. Bristol said if anyone is on pay as you go, ID SIM only from Carphone Warehouse, have a good deal for less than a tenner. All right, I am actually on pay as you go. What the fuck was I just about to do? Put slow mode on. All right, I'll be able to read the comments in a second. A Honda said in the States that's not even a gun. You can get it in the mail, no license, no nothing. If you're an ex-convict felon, you can't own a gun. You can still have a black powder revolver. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's quite bizarre. Weapons and stuff said to E Honda. I mean, if I remember right, we're allowed black powder guns, no license needed. But the issue is lots of places won't sell unless you have a gun license. Zed said you could have a Walker Colt Dragoon as they're legal with the same licenses. Richard said if it's an obsolete caliber, as long as you don't have the powder or the ammo, you can have some old firearms. I forgot about that, Rich. Yeah. Actually, yeah. There's a strange thing over here, E Honda, about if it's classed as an obsolete caliber, we can literally have fully working rifle or whatever. With no restrictions apart from you can't buy the ammo for it. Andras, you're right. Thank you for liking and subbing. Iron Man said, Mike, do you like cough sweets? In all honesty, not really. They do soothe your throat, but I find after time it's just, it's a lot of fucking start having sweets, putting a lot of sugar in your mouth, making teeth hurt. Honda said, so you can have 9mm then. And then weapons have said, not 9x19, but some weird old 9mm calibers in theory, yes. Actually, I ain't going to drink my coffee yet, so I just have one. Right, I'm going to be off camera for a second, but I'm still in the room. Find some fucking tablets. How long? Does anyone know how quickly paracetamols take to work? They'll be working by the time, I'll still be on when they kick in. But just wondered if anyone ever knows. 10 minutes, is it? Oh, Peach, I spent a bit of money on my dinner today, so have a guess. I must have 10 minutes. Zed said to E Honda, naturally, after all, they've never killed any Americans, have they? Oh, wait. There was a civil war you had, wasn't there? They killed trap guns during that. Oh, what? Yeah, the black powder. That's it. That's the thing. That's what makes you laugh. Black powder can, certainly kill people, can't it? Not KFC. I could give you more clues, but I thought it might be too obvious. And it was delivered to the door. No. Pizza, not noodles. I'll put you out of your misery because I thought you would have guessed this straight away. Chinese, yes, Zed. Sweet and sour pork balls, special fried rice, and then I nicked a bit of other people's food. Count parasite to modular. That's a difficult one to say, that. When do I want to suck your pain? What are you getting, glow in the dark? Yeah, see you in a minute, mate. To suck your penis. I said it out loud as well, Pete. Iron Man said the worst headaches are the ones with hangovers splitting. Yes. Yeah, you don't get a worse headache than a fucking, well, maybe a migraine. But yeah, hangover headaches, fucking hell, sometimes feels like my head is in a fucking vice. And I'll have them all day long, and tablets don't get rid of it either. I do suspect it's probably because it's brain damage. Pete said, you know, I had, yes. I don't know what the meat was though, but I saw him. Pete sent me a video of him out in his garden cooking some nice bit of steak. Was it, Pete? On an open fire on a grill. Very nice. Yeah, brain damage, Jake. I think that's what it is, Iron Man. Fucking feels like it, I tell you. That's very nice. I really like that. Sweet and sour stuff. I do. I love a bit of sweet and sour anything. I used to like sweet and sour prawn balls, but I can't fucking you guess why I can't eat prawn balls. Kaylin TM, of course I remember you, mate. I met you in London that time, didn't I? In fact, here's how much I remember you. Go and have a look at your channel. Kaylin, go and have a look at your channel and look at your discussion bit. Yeah, brain damage, Jake. I think it is, Iron Man. As I've said, there's some quite fascinating science about certain parts of the brain that can cause people to drastically change if damaged. I've watched documentaries about that. People who've had car crashes. I think it was car crashes or accidents anyway, where they've damaged their brain and they're completely different people. Weird, isn't it? Swarm Bohemian, you right, mate? Pete said, had a vice headache the other day, woke up with it almost all the time. I wake up with one, I feel nauseous and fart. You know what? That might be a migraine, Pete, because that sounds a bit like one. They have sort of migraine has all that as well, the throwing up and that. Zed said, I used to know a girl who had a migraine every night. Don't know why she bothered telling me though. It wasn't a head I was interested in. Yeah, she was probably trying to stop you. Iron Man said, Mike, is that Chinese break barrel pistol called an S2? Yes, what, the one up there? Yeah. Yeah, SMK S2, I think it's called. Richard said a lot of crossbows you get nowadays would be able to take down an elephant reliably, let alone a person. That's it. Kaylin said, love you. Stream, man. There you go, Kaylin. T2 said, my back was hurting months back and scolded a load of her mum's tramadol, thinking they were the same as paracetamol. Christ, I was like a teenager. All my joints felt amazing. So did I. I don't think I've ever had tramadol. I've had Zapane. Zapane makes my whole body start going tingly. Tramadol is supposed to give you terrible dreams and nightmares. Weapons and Stuff said, needs to be super careful with tramadol. The opioid overdose risk is a lot lower than the serotonin syndrome risk it carries. Tim said, Henry VIII became a tyrant after a jousting accident that apparently affected his brain. Did he really? I didn't know that, Tim. That's interesting. Yeah, I've watched a couple of documentaries about it, about, you know, people getting brain injuries and being completely different. And as you say, you know, Tyrant, the ones I watched, they was nice young blokes, and they had these accidents, and they was like fucking, you know, really aggressive, and, you know, lots of different things. But yeah, probably was. But now I've stopped drinking Diet Coke. I don't get headaches every day. Oh, they are. Then maybe it's sugar then. I know it's Diet Coke, and we said that last time, didn't we? But yeah, not sugar in it, is it? But yeah, you know what I mean. Weapons of Stuff said more people die from tramadol overdose compared to most other prescription painkillers. I did not know that. I know someone who's addicted to tramadol as well. Now, oh fuck, so fucking hiccuping. Nell said to T2, yeah, they're great if you've never taken them before. Iron Man said I had S2. They cannot hit a barn door from 2 foot. I'll tell you what, Iron Man, with the mods I did to that one, it's actually quite good. Yeah, but no, they're fucking shite with the original size. What I did with that one, it's actually really good now. Weapons said, I know that's why he became a fat bastard. Richard said, I heard he got his leg crippled in a jousting accident. Victor, it's caffeine and chemicals in a can, so yeah, that was definitely it. So yeah, I ain't done a lot today. Spent about fucking 6 hours playing this bloody game to complete it. But I did actually really enjoy it. Oh, I've put my fucking phone onto charge and it's not turned on. I hate doing that. What's the photo frame looking like with the brighter light? You see it a bit better now, can't you? I think. Iron Man Spartan said a lot of new alcohol drinks are mixed with caffeine and taurine. Now, double. Yeah, exactly. Oh, now, no, weapons and stuff, yeah, not as blurry. Probably that brighter light then. Was you on when I said about the light? I've changed the light bulb again. I'll have to see what this looks like with the other camera. You can't dim this one, though. It's not supposed to be dimmed. Look what happens if you try and dim it. So, yeah, I won't be dimming it. T2 said to weapons and stuff, was my one and only I ever tried, was the one and only time I tried them, but fair play, they worked. Pete said, was at work 7, had to wait outside in the cold because my opening partner was 30 minutes late. Did you get him to dock 30 minutes pay off of him? Weapons and stuff said to T2, interestingly though, with opioids, they are super effective for use now and again, but with chronic pain, they end up making it worse. They said, I've always felt sorry for Henry VIII, all the hysterical wives losing their heads all the time. Talking about gout, every time you go to a doctor's with fucking gout, guess who they always fucking mentioned? Iron Man Spartan said, what's my latest video? I tested torch, it's very bright. Will do, mate. I haven't watched any videos today. I said, was the reason I came off codeine completely recently. I'm now on Nefapam, not an opioid. Bristol said, it's clear when I'm on full screen on laptop. Nice one, Bristol. Cheers, mate. The Prince Regent Joseph off. No. Pete said, don't be silly. Managers have different rules. I know you're joking there. Or is he known for having gout? Iron Man said, weapon stuff. What lumens is your upgrade mag like? Glow in the Dark said, £2.79 for half a bottle. What the fuck? Dick Turpin up here. Do you know what? It's about the same price down here, I think. Yeah, it's not fucking cheap now, is it? Liam, I just read your reply there. Yeah, I agree with you there. He said really good they had violence involving. I won't read the rest. It's out of context. That sounds weird. But yeah, so I liked all that. I liked her swearing all the time because in that situation, you wouldn't give a fuck if you're fucking a teenager was swearing. Considering the things she's having to do. I thought it was great. But I liked all of that kind of stuff. The violence, we're on about the game here. Weapons officer 300 according to the label, which I actually believe I have a torch that's meant to be 10,000 lumen, probably 4,000. Weapons officer, I wish there was a scientific way of testing torches to see what they actually output, like a chrono for torches. Yeah, that would be an interesting thing, because I suspect a lot of the times what they say isn't what they are, on some of them anyway. I always wonder what happened to candle power. It used to be candle power in the old days, and then suddenly lumens appeared. Yeah, I got fucking hundreds of fucking torches, in all honesty, Iron Man. He said it's always good to have multiple torches. It is good to have multiple torches. I have a little mini torch in every single one of my jackets. This is what's in there at the minute. Funny thing is, I get these when I buy the hammers for the Warhammer. They keep sending me these for nothing. So it's a little bottle opener with a little flashlight on it, but it's a good little. It's not very bright, but as a backup light, if you had nothing, it's pretty good. But they're in all my jackets. And if not those, it's something else, little small thing. But I always have a backup torch. I've got a torch on my keys. Weapons officer, there's loads of torches on Amazon where the same torches from different sellers are all totally all over the place in lumens. Yeah, I bet half them make it up. Glow in the Dark said, have you heard of Henry Crank? Sells ammunition, etc. I bought my 303 brass off them. Good company for the reload out there. I'll tell you what, Glenda, I have heard of Henry Crank. I've got in my loft a Henry Crank catalogue. I'll get it down one day if you want to see it. It cost me, I had to buy the fucking thing though. It's about that fat. Yeah, I've got a Henry Crank catalogue up in my loft. I'll do it for the, I'll one day do it for the catalogue nostalgia. But I'll get it down one day if you want for one of the streams to show you. Melody Banks, you alright? How are you? Zed said, back in the day, torches often didn't have candle power. By the way, Melody, chat about anything you like. Within reason anyway. You know what I mean? We just talk about anything on here if you've not been on before. We've got a couple of ladies on as well. We've got Nell on and Jasmine, Jam. Yeah, talk about whatever you like. Bring something up, and if it takes hold, it takes hold. If it don't, it don't. At the minute, we're talking about torches. Zed said, back in the day, torches often didn't have candle power. Tea light power, maybe. Glow darts are torches. The only one I carry is a small LED AA light. Got it for free from free off the Snap-on, man. Stuff said, has anyone ever made a torch that shines everywhere rather than forwards, or like a ceiling bulb? But you can get these, Liam. I don't know what they're actually called, but you can buy these. You can actually get these for mag lights as well. I've not got a torch this fits on properly, but what it does, they go over the top like that. And that does make a light like a light bulb. You can definitely get them for mag lights. Not all torches have them. That was for a through night one. Yeah, diffuser. That's it, Pete's reading it right there. Jennifer said, I'm lady. Oh, yeah, sorry, Jennifer. I forgot you there. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's four ladies on tonight. Jim, you right, mate? JBO. Zed said, glow in the dark. Is that G19 with those inspection lights? Not bad, though. Glow in the dark said, given my FAC Giving up my FSC in 2 months, I decided to move to the USA. Selling all my guns and associated kit. Can't wait to be able to get a Glock and a 29 Western. Nice one. I hope you have a good time over there, mate. Iron Man said, Mike, do you prefer lanterns or torches for inside a tent? Well, if I had a choice, I'd probably use this. So it's like a little lantern. It hangs up. But in all honesty, I'm not bothered what I use. Iron Man. I'm going to try and catch up with the chat here. Yeah, Pete said diffuser or cannon. I'll tell you what, though, Liam. You can make a diffuser out of paper, or if you get a, like a shampoo bottle that's that sort of colour, shine a torch in one of those, but it does the same thing. Or even a white balloon. Blow up the balloon and then put it over the torch, put an elastic band around it. Does the same thing as well. Yeah, you can make these diffusers really easy. Because you can make, if you have pieces of coloured card, you can make like coloured ones. You know what I mean? That's not going to show up too good there, but you know what I mean. But you can make them easy enough. T2 said to weapons and stuff. I would like a LED torch as slim as a watch when I'm under the ramp. So it doesn't keep hitting the underside of the cars I'm working on. Yeah, I bet that does exist somewhere. Will said, like something out of Lord of the Rings. What that when I was doing the thing on it. Yeah, like I know what you mean. Yeah, on the When I said just thought in some scenarios having a diffuser would be better. Yeah, I think it would. It would, Liam. Did not see, he said to glow in the dark. Don't know what that is then. Iron Man said, Mike, my hero, make that a merch item. What one? Tell me again. What do you want? What would be the merch? Where am I? Richard said, Mike, if Lord of the Rings, in Lord of the Rings 3 is a film club movie ever, use a light diffuser to reenact part of Frodo's fights the spider. Nice one, yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, he said, Will beat me to it. I ain't done a lot today, Jim, in all honesty, mate. I've prepped for it. I've spent all day completing, I don't know if you ever play computer games, do you? I've been playing The Last of Us. Completed that today. That was really good, actually. They've given it away on the PlayStation Plus. Had a Chinese for my dinner. Filled up the dishwasher. That was about it, really, in all honesty. All right. Don't block the person lower. I want to just do a twat warning quickly. Kerem, you can actually stay if you want. I'm not a psycho in the slightest. Just read the warning that comes up in a second, and then you can decide what you want to do. You can stay and have a chat, or, goodbye. But you're welcome to stay. Choose your own adventure. That's it, Liam. Yeah, you get to choose your destiny now. I'll give you one more chance. Will said, make the right choice, son. See if they can. Right, I'll carry on reading. Weapons and stuff. So as interestingly, my 10,000 lumen torch is way brighter than my ceiling light. It actually isn't, as the beam never spreads out very far. D2 said, just made a note on my pad. We'll have a look at them tomorrow. Iron Man said, Mike, do a Mike's EDC t-shirt of all your items. No, nice one, yeah, yes. Anyone want to do a translation for Kareem's comment there for me? Tell him what it says. E-Honda said, do you have a Xbox One? No, sadly I don't. But what I'm going to do, E-Honda, I'm going to try and look into some games that are cross-platform and get a couple of those. Because Iron Man was saying that PUBG was cross-platform, so I could actually go online with some of you lot then. JBO said, I'm very much a gamer. Been collecting game systems and games since I was a kid. One day I'll do a video on my games. Oh, nice one, Jim. That's good. Yeah, that's what I've been doing today. I played The Last of Us for about 6 hours. I've still got quite a few of the old consoles. They're up in the loft. I ought to get them out and give them a clean and do a sort of, you know, keep them going sort of thing. Yeah, I've always been a gamer, Jim, since I was a kid. Never stopped. And I don't think I ever will. I'd like to be old still playing computer games, maybe when they're all virtual reality. We'll actually be able to run around as Mario or Sonic. Joking. More like fucking Grand Theft Auto. The beard sits, is that what it is? Let's say. Yeah, sits just nice on my face, don't it? Sounds like a riddle. Leonard Dark said, Lee Enfield Mark IV 303 1944. Is this all the guns you want? Or what you're getting rid of? E Honda. Yeah, Glow in the Dark. Is that the guns you've got at the minute? You're getting rid of? Yeah, E Honda. Look, these are some of the guns. Glow in the Dark is British. Look at that's some of the guns we can get over here on the right licenses. Richard said, I should be filing the groove for the new longbow horn knock now. The epoxy is cured, then we'll see if it survives being strung shot. Nice one, mate. I hope it does. Yeah, 300. Any of the Americans, just if you want to have a that's what I like Glow in the Dark coming on, because I can get him to actually tell some people what we can have over here, because he's got a very fucking good collection. That's good, Rich. I hope that works perfectly. Dad said, growing old is inevitable. Growing up is optional, as the saying goes. Yeah, true. Yes. That's 3 of us said true, exactly. Yeah, E-Honda, with the right kind of licenses, you can get a surprising amount of stuff over here. But yeah, I don't have any licenses, so all my stuff is you know, all the stuff you don't need licenses for, but it don't involve any firearms. Iron Man said, Mike, the translation says your beard something. Weird, isn't it? Where is it? Let me have a go. Copy. Shut that one down. I'll tell you what it says for me. My computer don't fucking freeze now. Yeah, the beard sits Bratan. Yeah, that make no sense, does it? JBO said, off for the night. Little one's woke up. Night. Good night, Jim. Good to have you on for a bit there, mate. See you later. Jennifer says, you can have any cow you want, really. I've got 2.2 long rifle, 2.2, 250, 2.4, 243, 270 Winchester. I assume that is. Bristol said, translation is the beard is frying. Then that's an E-Honda. Yeah, my Silver Hawk was almost 2,500. The Enfield only cost me 350, but it was back in 1987. I bet that'd be worth a bit now, though, wouldn't it? Rodriguez Ricardo, you right, mate? Remember I said glow in the dark. If I didn't adjust for, yeah, if you didn't adjust for inflation, it cost less than my Diak Enfield. Iron Man said, Mike, would you rather a 9mm gun with 357 ammo or a sword? Probably a sword. Glenn Dark said, I've already undergone the FBI background check and ordered my Glock 22 and 19. Too much hassle importing the guns to the US. We'll be residing in Forsyth County. Ah, nice. Let us know when you're over there. Tactical pilot snuck in. You right, mate? Caught you. I reckon them tablets are kicked in a bit. I'm in a bit of a better mood now. I still can't talk properly though. T2 said, talking about twat warning, I was on the Grim Bleepers metal detecting YouTube channel live chat the other day. It seems that there's always someone who wants to ruin things, no matter what the subject. You'll be surprised, mate. Some fucking live streams are absolutely horrendous for trolls. You've reminded me of something I needed to talk to Iron Man about, actually. Just out of curiosity. I'll ask you something in a minute, Iron Man. Yeah, you need moderators, and you need to like, we've got a really good community on here. We only have a couple of randomers, but yeah, there's loads of people who want to be knobs on live streams, isn't there, T2? That was a down spotted. Rodriguez said, "What tablets and what's wrong?" Oh, I've got like blocked ears, and it's making my voice sound funny to my own head. Iron Man said, "Imagine being surrounded by sexy zombie strippers. Would you bang one?" Is that class as necrophilia, but in a shit hit fan situation? I'll just let that disappear there. As I've said, I've seen fucking trolling on videos about disabled kids getting out for certain things. I'll tell you what I was going to ask you, Iron Man. I was on one of the drinking live streams the other day, Machiavelli 420 and Velli 420. Do you ever go on there? I just wondered out of curiosity because it seemed like I reckon you might have known them lot, but fucking hell, it was just complete trolls. Everyone on there was. Glow in the dark says, seemingly I can't carry an Ash, Taser, and CS perfectly legal. Oh, you can? Oh, that's good. Well said, mutant Mike has taken over the world. Weapons officer, I know who the actual Machiavelli was. Is Iron Man on? Is he not talking? Where am I? Arkler, Texas, Homer, Savage, right, mate? How's things? No, I haven't been snipped to Mickey. You asked me that last time, and I don't want to either. But I have taken GHB, which is that drug, I think. I've willingly took it just to see what it does. And all it did to me was make me feel pissed. Drunk, not pissed, because some people... Pissed in the UK doesn't mean angry. Pissed in the UK means drunk. So the interrogation techniques don't work on Mike. Zed said, zombie strippers, nasty things. I wouldn't bang them with rotten cunts. Did anyone have to allow that comment out of curiosity? Iron Man said, yes, I'm part of the community, but don't know him in real life. Yeah, they get told. Like, no, I didn't mean in real life, but you go on there, do you? Yeah, I was hoping you... I tell you what, Iron Man, I didn't want to join the chat. I didn't want to start writing in case they thought I was one of them. The fucking trolls. I wanted to go on there and say, fuck these fucking trolls. But I didn't want them thinking I meant them, sort of thing. Yeah, fuck me, they was getting trolled too. But they was loving it, they was just ripping these trolls to bits. Pete said GBH is a drug. Art Claim said, I didn't know that. Weapons I said, reminds me of the Frankie Boyle Night Rider sketch. Glenn Dark smoked a joint in about 1965 and all it did was make me feel sick. Never saw the attraction. Weapons I've said, you got the drugs right here in my stomach. Very soon we'll find out what they all do. I did watch that in the end. That was a good sketch, that was. We used to try anything back in the day, apart from the things that would get you fucking hooked for life and kill you eventually. I stayed away from the fucking heroin and the crack, luckily. And funnily, a lot of the opioid kind of stuff, but never seemed to, I don't know what GBH is. GHB, sorry. What it actually is. Right, where am I? When I've said to glow in the dark, a very interesting thing is certain drugs affect people differently depending on certain brain functions. E. Honda said, I feel like if zombies attack the US, we'll be fine, but the UK not so much. I got my Warhammer hat, sort me out. All depends what kind of zombies, don't it? But as I said earlier, though, I don't know if you was on E. Honda. In just my county, I think there's 600,000 shotgun owners. And that's just in my county. There's a hell of a lot of shotguns in this country. Millions of shotguns in the UK. You'll be surprised. I said, I like how people with attention deficit disorders can actually concentrate on cocaine and amphetamines. Yeah, strange, isn't it? As you say, yeah, it affects people's brains differently, doesn't it? The depressed manatee said, drugs are bad. Okay. Turning to drug stream now. I like how, I read that, Arklahoma, Texas Homes, and I know a lot of folks who feel sick if they smoke after they've been drinking. I love the combo, it's awesome. Scientists been working on that shit for quite some time. I used to get pissed and stoned, but if I got really drunk, like on strong, like 9% beers, and then smoked fucking skunk, I would guaranteed get arrested for something that night because we'd be off our fucking heads, basically. But that's taking strong booze and strong drugs. I don't do anything like that now. When I said heroin is an opioid, yeah, well, that's what I mean. I've never done it, but there are other opioids. I've never done heroin. Yeah, there's shitloads of opioids. It's annoyed me that a lot of people class heroin as its own thing. They're all so similar. Most people get hooked on the prescription meds. We also had not seen Shaun of the Dead, E. Honda. Said E. Honda, we'd be fine. We'd probably get council house. Most of them do. Yeah, you'd be surprised. There's a lot more shotguns in this country than you'd think. Just shotguns. And that's not even counting the illegal firearms and the firearms, basically. Orange, he said, have you tried magic mushrooms? Yeah, but not enough to actually get high on. Glow in the dark said the weapons off. I've been told so. After seeing and recovering smackhead bodies, it puts me off. Sell their infant daughter's virginity for 20 quid bag of heroin. Sick masters, some of them. Addiction. Yeah. Terrible, isn't it? What addiction will do to you. SRS said, I have 2 shotguns in the UK. My dad has 2 as well, and that's not counting my rifles. That's it. They are. That's another UK shotgun owner and, firearms. Iron Man Spark said, heroin addiction is terrible because when they need surgery or painkillers in hospital, they have little effect on them. Rodriguez Ricardo said, what's your favourite drug? My favourite drug is alcohol. Weapons I said glow in the dark. Yeah, it makes you sick. Some people you can understand if they're abused as a kid, but some people become addicts just due to weakness. Well, I've had 2 relatives who actually died due to heroin related. Have heroin related deaths basically. It's not been heroin that killed them, but one of them died from a methadone overdose trying to get off of heroin. Possibly the other one did. Both of them was in their early 20s. But both of them was my cousin's children. 2 different cousins. Glow in the Dark said, no, Tactical said, yeah, I did voluntary work with addicts. I left after hearing some prick bragging about mugging people. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you, mate. Bragging about mugging people. Cunts, aren't they, really? Glow in the Dark said, I put my guy away for 3 years for injecting heroin into his unconscious 14-year-old daughter. Was proud of that. Not cops all bad. Yeah, no, good on you, mate. Good on you. Criminals, they deserve to go to prison, don't they? You know what I mean? Architect's Home said, damn, 9% you say. We must have pussy beers here in the US. Need to find some Real good Euro beers. Yeah, that one I'm on about. That was Tennant Super. It's known as like a tramp's beer. Yeah, that's what I used to drink when I was younger. Swan, good night, mate. See you later. Iron Man said, Mike, the generation before ours was a heroin generation, 70s kids. Yeah, good night, Swan. See you later, mate. After the exam, have you heard of cut shells? You take a shotgun shell and you cut a semicircle around the middle of the shell, right below the brass. Turns the shell into a slug. No, I've never heard of that. But yeah, you can't, we're not allowed to do that over here. As Glow in the Dark said, you can get slug shotgun shells legally here with a Section 1 firearm certificate. That's what FAC means, if anyone wonders. Dad said to Iron Man, I was a 70s kid, I never took heroin. We didn't all do it. And then Iron Man's a good man. Weapons Off said, I had a really nice 15% beer in Poland, if I remember right. Nice. Yeah, you want to get pissed quickly, get a couple of cans of Tennant Super. Weapons Off said, it was a really dark amber colour. Pete said, Bud Light equal pussy. Iron Man said, cut shell is poor man's slug. I've never heard of that way. I've heard of other ways to do it, but not that way. Go in the Dark said, Walker is a great Polish beer, 5.2%, I think. Drink it when I go on holiday. Nice. Rimfer, right, mate? He said, but apparently heroin is coming back. Yeah, I've had two relatives in their 20s die of heroin, and a good mate of mine died from heroin overdose, actual heroin overdose. Chris, making America great again. Nice guns. Thank you, Chris. Good to see you on, mate. SRS said, I've tested cut shells. It's not illegal technically, especially if you have slugs on your ticket. To be honest, though, they're overrated. Nothing like the energy of a slug. Well, that's interesting to know, Sam. Thanks for that. Weapons and stuff said fentanyl and carfentanil are the big bad opiates now. Fentanyl is 50 times the strength of heroin, and the other is 100 the strength of fentanyl. Learned art to Tennant Super. Makes me proud to be Scottish. We used to love Tennant Super when I was younger, mate. When all I did to drink, well, I still only drink to get pissed now, but when I was younger, you only needed to get a couple of cans of Tennants when I was like fucking 14. Didn't take much more than 2 or 3 cans of Tennants and maybe a can of Strongbow Super. We would only buy supers though. It had to be 7% or more, otherwise we weren't satisfied. I remember someone buying me Tennants Extra once, and I nearly threw the fucking cans back in their face. Yeah, so it gets 4 cans of Tennant Super, and they came out of 4 cans of Tennant Extra, which are like 4%. That was standing outside the off license, waiting for someone to come along. Iron Man said, heroin can be used as a painkiller, but using it for a buzz is just stupid. Architects Holmes, a lot of people did that here during the Great Depression, cut shells. We almost killed all the whitetails during that time. Almost went extinct. I did not know that. So they was using them for hunting then. Rimfer said, I work at a newspaper. Last week, I had to share a police appeal for a heroin addict. I put 5 shops up at knife point. Fuck's sake. Jennifer said the slugs are £1.40 pop. That's a lot of money, isn't it? For £1.40 a shot. Bloody hydrogen bombs of the drug world. Everyone said, hi, mate, I'm really sorry to hear that. It's all right. It's all right. I just thought I'd mention it, so that you don't know I do have I have got a bit of a connection with deaths from heroin, you know what I mean? I've never touched it, though. Tactical said, have you seen the Nova Vista Phantom SR16? No, that's all right. Price as well. What is that then? Like pump up CO2, brake barrel? They said the white wine I drink for my dinner is 11.7%. Rather nice. Very Dark said, Jennifer, yeah. 10 gauge is about £1.20. Rimper said wine can be underrated. £4 a bottle and you can drink it like a pot. Yeah. T2 said, Rimper, have they found the offender? When I said I've been off the codeine totally for 4 days now. I was down to very low doses for previous weeks, so hopefully I'm clean from it. Nice one. No, I won't. I was going to put the fucking slow mode on even more. Iron Man said, Mike, do you use reading glasses? I think I might need some. Get tired quickly when I read. No, I'm all right. I don't need glasses for anything. I had glasses when I was younger because I kept getting headaches, and they reckon I couldn't focus on the fucking chalkboard at school. But no, my eyes are all right. Gets a bit much staring at a white fucking screen constantly for at this long, but nah, I don't really even get eye ache from it. Rimfer said to T2, not yet, but the police have told me that when they catch him, they need to catch him urgently. I think they've convinced he's going to kill someone. Glow in the Dark said, just found some Hayats folding cuffs if anyone wants them. I'm finding loads of cool police gear in my loft. All has to go. Don't want any money for them if you cover the postage costs. They are. Pay attention to this. It's things you probably won't get around and look into again. Tactical said, but the Gammo G-Force Tactical is brake barrel. And it's a scarish looking. No, nice. Yeah, that sounds good. Glow in the Dark said, full-size public order shield. Yeah, well, that's fucking interesting. Public order shield. Richard, I may have to go off soon. My headache is making me read. It's hard. Making it hard to read the chat. All right, Rich. Good to have you on, mate. Hope you feel better. When you go to the doctors this week, next week, you know, when I say this week, I mean next week, not me. Within a week. We'll have to get in. I'll have to get in contact with Chris and Liam. He said, if you want the rights, you might. I'll pay the postage for you. Thank you, Liam. Well, we'll have to we'll sort that out. Dad said to Glow in the Dark. Have you got the tit helmet? I could put it on Zomba and get into lots of trouble. Yeah, fuck me, you would. You would for that. You imagine? That's something I would not fucking do. That's just asking for fucking trouble, isn't it? Fuck that. No way. I wouldn't do that to some baby. T2 said to Rimfer, I believe someone locally knows who it is. Probably too frightened to say out. People always know. Whenever there's something going on, someone always knows, don't they? Rimfer said, T2, are you from the Warwickshire area? Gunner, you right, mate? Good to see you on. Glow in the Dark said, found 2 battens now. These are illegal now with stupid law, so I don't have them into a skip. I nearly wasn't going to read the comment just to protect you there. Glow in the Dark. The problem is I don't read the things first, but that's why I was going a bit funny with that one. D2 said to Richard, I've got the X1 readers, really helped me. Yeah, I don't have a lot of... It's slightly odd tonight because of this different light. By the way, after 10 o'clock, let's not do any more. Not 10 o'clock. After 10:30, no more alcohol talk if we can help it. Only because I get tempted when it gets late. We get all the booze talk out now. Glow Dark said, yeah, 3 tit or custodian helmets. They're badged, so obsolete. Might be worth a few bob. I bet they would be. Yeah, I bet they would. As I said, you ought to get hold of... Next time you're on, try and talk to Jumble Sale Boo. Because he's still got a lot of that kind of stuff, I think. So he might be interested in some of that. Architects Holmes had 2 dumbasses here in North Arkansas got arrested for putting on armour and shooting each other with 2-2 rimfire in the chest to test the armour. They're both drunk. Yeah, Darwinism at its finest. You imagine. I'll be honest though, when I was a teenager, I used to do stupid shit like that. Not like that. I'd never do anything that could kill you. But well, I've done loads of things that could kill you, but not with guns. The worst thing I ever did was made my friends line up against this wall right here, right, and put cans on top of their heads, and I was going to shoot them off their heads while completely drunk with an air pistol. And one of them, he must have seen that I was pointing the air rifle right at his face, because just as I pulled the trigger, he ducked down and actually shot the can off his head. So I would have shot him straight in the face. But it makes me laugh that they would let me do that. They would actually, you know, if someone told me to stand up against the wall and put a can on my head, I'd tell them to fuck off. I used to say, stand up there, put these cans on your head, and they fucking did it. Rimfer said, we've got his name, but there's no indication of where he is at the moment. On the off chance you know something, give us a PM and I'll get in touch with the right people. That's the T2. When was after they survived, though, by the sounds of it, architects home. That's with lager. That's it. Get it all out of the system now. I'll be honest with you, I probably wouldn't drink tonight anyway because of having this cold. Last time I got drunk while I still had a bit of a cold, it actually came back. I don't know if that, like, the booze lowered my fucking immune system or something, you know, trying to get that out of my system, but the fucking cold took hold again. Weird as fuck it was. It's only ever happened once, but I did get extremely drunk while, you know, half, what do you call it? Half well. Iron Man said, I've done some very silly stuff when I was younger. And we used to do it every fucking day, to be honest, Iron Man, at one point. Liam said, I'm doing driving lessons. Boom. Oh, nice one, mate. Good luck on that. Well, good luck on your test, anyway. Tactical said, just getting it out. I'm fancy one myself. Rimfer said to T2, well, there you go. Just sounded from the way you were talking like you knew something. He said, now again, you again, a laugh. I'm about 140 miles up north from Warwickshire. Lone Dart said, just looking at the new laws about offensive weapons, confusion or what, I didn't know they were prohibited in your own home, only to buy. What the fuck, glad I'm leaving the UK, wifey's too. She's ex-beds. Oh, that's not far from here then. Yeah, you can't own them in your fucking house now. Glenn, I got rid of mine last year. All of that stuff, because I knew it would definitely go through. I got rid of a lot of it, purely because, as I said, I get visits from the police anyway. So I can't risk it. You know, some people probably could risk it if they wanted to. I'm not telling people to break the law, but you know what I mean? If they didn't know, it would probably never come to anything. Like if the person didn't know it was illegal. Whereas, yeah, I'd get rid of loads of stuff. E. Honda said, well, got to go to work. Try out the stream, yeah, and let me know. I've written it down, mate. I'll test that later. See you later, E. Honda. Have a good day at work, mate. Architects Homes. I'm doing the Sober October this month. Me and my friend of mine from Texas are not drinking all month and working out to replace all the drink. It works. If you're worn out, you won't want to drink. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you are tired and that, you know, yeah. Rooms are 140 miles north of Warwickshire. Are you freezing cold yet? Still t-shirt weather down here. Where's that gone? Weapons Officer, I watched the X-Files episode Stephen King wrote earlier about the killer doll. Oh, I've never seen that. Dad said the cold virus enjoyed the alcohol and came back for more. I reckon it did, yeah. Quick, lads. He's giving away free booze. Iron Man Spartan said to Liam, can you do a Buddy Holly tribute band? You look similar. No offence. Great singer. Glenn Dart said, I'll need to have a spring clean. It's hilarious that I'm going to shotgun legally, but an old wooden truncheon is now illegal. Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the one things you can have. I think a wooden truncheon, if it gets fatter, you know, like the old traditional truncheons, the old traditional truncheons that were sort of, in a crude way, sort of cone-shaped, I think they're all right. But if it's straight, if it's a straight baton, it's not. It's utterly ridiculous. You can't own it in your own home. The amount of fucking shit I had to get rid of, Glenn Dark. Shameful, really. But, I can't risk it because I'd lose all of that otherwise. So I don't, if I have to lose, if I have to lose some things to keep the rest, that's what I've got to fucking do. When was I set in Maine? Surprise. Yeah, nice. Iron Man said, Mike, name a good Buddy Holly song. My favourite Buddy Holly song is the one from The Young Ones, which ain't really a Buddy Holly song. But he's singing about the insects. Do you know what I'm on about? I might do a bit of a late one tonight, another 11:30 one. We'll see what I feel like at 11. I'll try to think of Buddy Holly songs. Peggy Sue. I don't know a lot of them. I don't know the names of them. Funny thing is, Liam, I have heard of Chinga though. Yes, but I've not seen that episode. I'll tell you why, because I look on his IMDb for episodes on things. The X-Files one I must not have got round to, because there's a couple from like Twilight Zone or whatever it is that have Stephen King written episodes. The episode is called Chinga if you want to look it up. Without too many spoilers, this is about a doll that is the focus of a kid's psychic power, witchcraft stuff. Nice. That sounds quite good. Lona Dark said, good to hear that. I can keep my Hayat's truncheon. It was issued in 1971 by Northern Constabulary, and they can pry it from my cold dead hands. Part of my life and history. Yeah, would hate to give it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the old style, the proper old style truncheons that sort of get fatter, they're all right, because I've noticed on that thing, it says specifically straight truncheons and side handle truncheons. It says nothing about the old, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident though that the old style truncheons that get fatter are all right. Yeah, that'll be the day to die. Yeah. That's I even have a bit of an attachment to my PR24. You just have to pretend, well, not pretend, gone but not forgotten. I imagine Buddy Holly was 22 when he died in the crash. I forget about that. Yeah. When I've said, and who was it? Buddy Holly, the big bopper. He died as well, didn't he? I think. Weapons officer, I can never tell in these chats if people are genuinely angry or taking the piss. Yeah, I can't tell. Right, hang on, I've missed that anyway. I don't know what's going on now. T2 and Rinfer, are you all right? I don't think anyone was trying to be a cunt there, if you know what I mean. I think it's all in jest and, friendly, That's an Iron Man. Was he humming that as he got on the plane? Well, the Dark said, well, either way, they're not getting it. It'll be coming with me to the States. Can't wait to start using the Glock again. Anyone else like Mad Max here? Yeah, we was talking about Mad Max in my what do you call it? My Q&A that I did with Liam. Peachinator asked us, yeah, I like a bit Mad Max. Where the fuck am I? Sorry, I was just looking up, checking the comments for a second there. T2 said to Nell, we're supposed to go to Sharon's niece's wedding today, but unfortunately she wasn't up to it. Shame because we both wanted to be there. Weapons Off said the Mad Max game came out a few years ago. It was actually pretty good. I might have to look into that. I would just say to anyone on here, if anyone is winding anyone up, if you go onto their name and click the three things, you can hide them so you don't have to read their comments anymore. Nelson, that's a shame to you too. There'll be others when she feels more up to it. Mad Max game, is that worth buying, Liam? I'll add that to my list of games because I have thought about that, but I wasn't sure. Is that worth buying then? Where's my fucking pen? Right, if it's cheap. Is it fun to play? I've looked into it a little bit. Right, where am I? It's a sort of free roam game in the desert where you upgrade your car to make it more killy. It was one of the best games of the year. It came out a lot better than some of the AAA games the same year. You like GTA style games with more survival elements. All right, I'll put that on the list, mate. Iron Man said, years ago, one of my mates found a large torch and it had built-in stun gun. Those things are probably very illegal. Yeah, that definitely is, isn't it, Iron Man? The only thing I've got to miss about the UK is Iron Brew. Glasgow rolls and tea. Fed up with nanny state and not being able to defend yourself. Police state in action now, like 1984. Yeah, it's fucked, isn't it? It's fucked. It's completely fucked. There isn't much more you can say than that. You know, get to the degree where you have to watch out what you say on fucking live stream. Get done for fucking thought crimes. I know it sounds like a joke, but it's fucking true. You know, classic example is Trevor Vidamore talking about certain groups while holding a gun, but not holding a replica gun, and not actually threatening anyone with it or anything. I don't think. You know, he didn't do anything. You know, it's just a video. You know, got arrested, lost his job, got a conviction for probably some kind of race hate thing, and all his weapons took off him for a video. Going back to the weapons, I saw a trailer, it looked good. I didn't like the new movie, but more got to be my age. Preference would be the first three. Rimford said, not the same since they took all the sugar out of Iron Brew, to be honest. Feature seems simplistic, but in a fun way. I said shit, and then it turned out to be really good. All right. Oh, hang on. Glow in the Dark. Liam said Glow in the Dark. The game is sort of a spin-off of Fury Road, but not really. It's one of those games that surprised a lot of people, as people were expecting it to be shit, but it turned out to be good. Yeah, I think I have watched a bit of a trailer for it, and we're pretty sure we spoke about it before. Bit like the Chronicles of Riddick game that ended up being really good. Never played that one either. Iron Man said, I've noticed most fishing shops that used to sell air guns have stopped selling air guns. Weird. It is strange, isn't it? I'll be honest with you, Iron Man. I ain't been to a fishing shop or anything like that for fucking years. But yeah, I have heard that. And knives as well, some of them. Glow in the Dark said, thought crimes and hate speech. Yeah, nonsense, isn't it? I've got a complaint put in against me just before I retired for calling someone a clown. That's right. Because they were a foreign persuasion. Yeah, this was deemed as, yeah, that's fucking demented, isn't it, in all honesty? Absolutely demented. You clown, you know, how's that fucking worthy of a crime sort of thing? You know what I mean? Rooms also, let me check how many hours I put into it on Steam. 1 second. 29 hours. Yeah, well, 29 hours for 12. 29 hours gameplay is all right, isn't it? You know, that's all right. Yeah. Thank you for all the link shares, Nell. I appreciate it. Tactical said to Iron Man, spot on, was talking to the owner of my local one. He had 5 police visits in 1 month for no reason. Rimfer said, to be fair, last fishing shop I was in was 2016. He was selling spear guns and all sorts of knives. That was Cornwall there. I think it all depends. Some places seem to sell, so some don't. Liam said that was doing the story and some exploring on the side. Was nowhere close to 100% completing it. Pete said, you know that Gen 4 Glock .4.5 BB still not got it? Really? What's happened with that then? Weapon and stuff did 100% the dunes, which is a cool horror area in one section of the map. Yeah, I'll look into that. Oh, here's a question for you. Some of the people who come on to Twitch, what would you rather see me stream? Do a game plus, so just ignore the game plus, but I'm going to do a game plus if I do it. So now Iron Man, Liam, Peach, any others who come on Twitch, would you rather watch me play The Last of Us or The Long Dark? I reckon The Long Dark will be easier to chat. Oh yeah, Tactical, you're on there, aren't you? But I wouldn't mind, see if I do a redo of The Last of Us, I can play it with all the stats from the last game. And I don't mind doing it because I've already played it, so there's no spoilers. You know what I mean? Bernadette said the guy peed on the side of an ambulance. I told him he was a fucking clown. That somehow makes me racist. I knew at the point I should retire. This is not the era I grew up in. Yeah, it's a completely different fucking world now, isn't it, really, for how things are. It's a strange fucking time to live in, I tell you. I don't really mind, whichever you can chat easier playing. Well, seeing as I've done The Last of Us, should be reasonably easy to chat, but there'll be sort of actiony bits where I've got to concentrate. So I think The Long Dark would probably be easier. D2 said, Michael, what's the film I didn't really have any interest in called Widows? Oh, yeah, I've heard of that, yeah. Sharon wanted to watch it, so did I. It wasn't bad. I actually watched it to the end. Do you know who is it who directed Widows? Is it the bloke who did is it that Steve McQueen bloke? Was that who did Widows? Not the famous Steve McQueen, but another Steve McQueen, a new Steve McQueen. Yeah, and they're is it about? Well, T2. I'll have to look into that. I think I know a little bit about that. It was all right, was it? Dad said, we have 2 gun shops in the town. They used to be free, but the owner died a couple of years ago and it closed. Well, I have heard of Widows. Rimper said Widows was a cracking film. Tactical said off topic, but how much is it to play online on PlayStation 4? Been looking into getting one, but already pay for the Xbox Live type gear. Oh no, don't blame me, mate. I won't want to. It's 50 quid a year, and then you get the free games each month. You get 2 free games a month. And I tell you, I've had way over 50 quid's worth of games. Really good games. Yeah. I've way had my fucking 50 quid's worth. Yeah, 50 quid for a year. You can pay less, you can do a month at a time. But the cheapest is a year's worth. At 50 quid a year, I think it's well worth that. Yeah, that's the only way you play online, isn't it? Like, that pissed me off originally, but I do think it does. It is worth it. Not seen. No, I ain't seen the Joker yet, mate. I don't know if I will see that. Looks a bit weird to me. T2 said, yeah, it was okay. It was a bit predictable for me, though. Will said, should have disco balls in the background, Mike. Your streams are the place to be Friday, Saturday night. I'll look into that. I'm going to actually write that down generally, Will. See if I can get myself a fucking disco ball. Honestly. Or something. Disco lights. Yeah, this might help. This is the best I can do.
Bluetooth's ready. Waiting for device connecting.
That in fucking screen. I'll probably sit in front of it now. How's that? Glow in the Dark said, "Watch Chernobyl again. Good show. It kind of ruined the comment section for most videos. Armchair experts, as I'm sure Liam would agree. I spent the best part of 40 years at nuclear plant. Yeah, I bet that does get on your nerves. Muck Dumpling, right? I'll give you the twat warning, right? Don't block that person yet, unless you already have. Right, read this that comes up. Read this twat warning, and then you might be able to stay. It's up to you. Read that, and then you pick what you do. As we were saying earlier, so choose your own adventure now. So you pick wisely. Right, where am I? I'm going to see the Joker tomorrow. Let us know what you think. Are you going to make a video, are you? Pete said, I get a year, works out cheaper. Tactical said, yeah. Cheers, same as Xbox, but you get 4 a month free. We'll have a think. Once I said glow in the dark. Worst one I saw was a guy trying to point out faults in the show, but was wrong himself. Tim said to Peach, I've not tried any of them. I only actually saw the Gen 3 and 4 a couple of weeks ago. I heard a couple of years ago the Glock wouldn't give the license in for the air guns. Who makes them? Unzaf said he was saying, why do they keep referring to Radiacs as dosimeters? Not understanding that Radiac is a US brand of guy can. Yeah, typical people just talking out their arseholes, really, aren't they? A bit like Muck Dumpling there. But Muck Dumpling, you can join in if you want. You feeling it, Rinfer? There you go. Party atmosphere. Glowing fucking glowing helmet for you. Get it in a bit more. Can you still see that? Oh, I'm in the fucking way. Not see, I'm a twat. I guess I'm already banned then. No, surprisingly not. Ned said wheelcar and disco balls one of the worst sex diseases had the 70s. Tactical said it's like an 80s text adventure. Get sold off wall. That's it. They normally die. I've noticed they've all died off instantly. As soon as they had the option, as soon as the twat warning come up, they all died off straight away because they couldn't even pick a thing to do. They just game over straight away. Did you notice? Every single one of them so far, it's just game over and quit. Weapons and stuff says Sieverts, I believe is the correct thing now. Rimfer said, I feel like Chernobyl has made a lot of armchair experts. Nuclear power is pretty safe and eco-friendly. Tactics with a glowing helmet sounds painful. I never thought of that. Yeah, glowing helmet. I'd say. Rimfer said, long live the disco right helmet. Weapons I like the classic CPM or CPS that Geiger counters report. The higher the number, the worse. And you can use a conversion chart for it. Glenn Dark said, once heard a real off-site siren at Doonray. and it chilled my blood. Thankfully, a false alarm. But when the old nuclear siren sounds, it frightens you. I bet it does. It fucking does. Yeah, that's a hell of a fucking thing to hear. Zed said Capital Pirate. That was a side effect of disco balls. I said the guy who made Chernobyl the series is pro-nuclear. Some people have taken it to be anti-nuclear. Has the Russian version been made yet? That's blaming the CIA or whatever. I'd like to see that just out of curiosity. See what they're saying. It's about why it's dangerous to cover up and cost cut with nuclear. That's it, isn't it? That is what it is about, really. Iron Man said, Mike, do you like furry toilet seat or leather clad ones? Never used one, never fucking would. Fuck that. Do not want fur on your fucking toilet seat. Leather you may be able to get away with, but no, fuck that. Fucking furry fucking toilet seat. Imagine the shite that would get. Right, I'm going to try something quickly. So, lay off the chat for a minute and watch what I'm doing. Let's see what this looks like. Give you a nice ass shot there. I wanted to see whether this would. What's that look like? Nah, don't work, does it? Won't bother with that. That's not worth bothering. Trying to see if that would do like the diffuser thing. Nell said just standard plastic one. But don't slide off of for me, Iron Man. That's it. Stug, you right, mate? Not seated, is he working on new merch for the WeaponCollector store? Oh, me? I tried to do some Christmas fucking jumpers, but I couldn't fucking do them. They wouldn't let me. Got fucking took off for copyright. Iron Man said, Mike is throwing it out there. You can buy 100 meters of NATO razor wire for 10 quid. Fucking hell. Right, I'm going to skip a couple of the Chernobyl comments if you don't mind. You can read them yourself. It's just because there's a lot to read there, and I'm getting behind a bit. So I remember when the local nuclear attack sirens went off. Went wrong or went off. Bit of a panty stainer, to be honest. Yeah, I bet it fucking was. Devon the reviewer, you're right, mate. What about G10 or Kydex toilet seat? Yes, that was a bit rough, I reckon. Kydex, can you get smooth Kydex? But Kydex is quite rough, isn't it? Certainly wouldn't slide off of it. Maybe if you had it underside, but yeah, that's a lot better than fucking furry, I'll tell you. Rimfa said, to be fair, the Disco Right helmet is perfect as it is. We're witnessing the birth of a new cultural icon. There you go, it's done. I can put that on every time if you want. Disco Right helmet, that's it. I'll tell you why I was putting that paper in. I wondered if it would do the sort of diffuser kind of thing that it was on about with the torches. But it didn't work. But yes, I'll look into getting us a disco ball for the streams. Hang it up there somewhere. Or some disco lights. You can get those LEDs now. You can get a remote controlled LED light now that does disco light kind of stuff, can't you? That's just annoying. Thing is, I could do this tactical instead. Fuck me, now that is bad. That was actually starting to make me feel ill. Devon reviews that you can mould it to your ass. You could, couldn't you? And then just have a little hole. Nell said, just go long dark then. Nice one, Nell. That was a bit delayed, wasn't it? I asked that about 10 minutes ago. You sure you're watching live? If it ain't now, look on your screen. If the live bit ain't red and it's grey, you're watching about 15 minutes behind. I'm joking. I'm sure you're yeah, tactical. That was making me feel ill for a second there. Remember, I've seen those bulbs with the remote controls in Tesco's. Weird. Yeah, I've seen them on Gearbest. I don't know what they do, but yeah, they got little remote control, like them little flat remote controls, and you can do different coloured lights and that, can't you? And probably disco kind of stuff. Liquid Powder said, I'm going to break into your house. Are you, mate? Actually, I won't give you a track warning. Kenny B, you right, mate? There's a liquid powder. You got a death wish. That's it. That's it. He probably has. Maybe he's suicidal or something. Tactical said, Disco 1 from Poundland goes with music. This Sado has one. Me. Fuck's sake. Not C said, if you were to get a shotgun certificate, what would be the most versatile, an over and under, or a 2+1 pump? I don't know. If I could pick one, I'd probably have a 2+1 pump, but yeah, that's probably what I would have. So I got a bit distracted there. Room said liquid powder, have you a death wish? Yeah. Weapons and stuff said, I assume an over and under just because less can go wrong. I suppose you're right there. I was just thinking of what I'd like more. But you're right. An over and under would have less to fuck up. He also said, I'm a fan of Death Wish. Iron Man said, Mike, disco, you're showing your age. It's called banging music. You get me now. Lol. All these new sayings are getting ridiculous. Disco, ain't it, mate? Disco. Keep it old school. People go clubbing now. Well, we would have gone to the disco. Weapons and stuff, yeah. If I had a choice, it'd be a really nice pump, but yeah, or auto. Can't beat. Rimfer T2, if you can't see it, he said, don't ruin your evening, mate. Nothing personal. Weapons and stuff said, but pure reliability, a side by side or an over under. Right, where am I? I would say to anyone who doesn't know, you may not know, and it's not my place to say, but T2, his wife's going through some surgery, recovery, and, you know, it's quite awful things, really, I suppose you could say. So, you know, he, you know, you can be, I don't know, I won't, you know what I mean, though. Trying to explain things there. But you know what I mean, you could, I suppose lay off him a bit. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. That sounded like a knob. This old helmet says, are all those deactivated? No. But there's no firearms up there. I've said, but for pure reliability, I've read that. Tim said, I've got one of those light bulbs in my bedroom. The white light doesn't feel very natural. It can do lots of colours and modes. I'm surprised I've not had any knocks on the door with a red light on. Yeah, exactly. Not see, yeah, and some people were saying to T2, hope your wife gets better and speedy recovery and that. Not see, said weapons. Sorry, T2. I know you've openly mentioned that on here. I don't want to it's not my business to say, but I just felt like I would, because I know that stressful things can heighten other things. You know what I mean? Not saying that that's what's going on, but the old helmet said I meant the firearms. I should have been more clear. Yeah, all my firearms are DX. I don't have a firearm certificate, but I do have air rifles, air pistols, replicas, crossbows and that. Weapons I've said to not see. If I ever got a shotgun certificate, I'd want a Benelli Supernova. It's supposed to be a really nice shotgun. You can get them for 400 quid at one point. Marcus David said, free my boy, Takeshi 69. My boy locked up in the Fed's dog. Yeah, free Takeshi 69. Notsy said to me, isn't a steel BB or pellet gun under 12 foot-pounds technically classed as an unregulated firearm in the UK? A pistol that's over 6 foot-pounds is illegal, yeah. Air rifles can go up to 12 foot-pounds. Air pistols can go up to 6 foot-pounds. T2 said, Tactical Pirate, thank you, means a lot. T2, sorry if I butchered my way of explaining things for you, but I'm trying my best. Iron Man said, Mike, for 1 million quid, would you live in a high-tech bunker with everything you'd need to live comfortably for a year? Yeah, definitely, mate. I'd like to do that anyway, in all honesty. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying living underground for a year. Yeah, that would be great, I think. You'd miss out on some stuff, but you'd have £1 million and you'd also have the experience. I'd take some cameras down there and I'd do fucking YouTube videos. Weapons I've said as to not see. As far as I'm aware, an air rifle becomes a firearm in the UK, despite not being a firearm by definition. Once it goes over 12 foot-pounds, it magically becomes a rifle. Weapons I've said to T2, don't know if I ever said best wishes. Death wish. Fuck's sake. Don't know if I ever said T2. Liam was saying best wishes, and I hope everything goes okay. Sorry, I fucking butchered that then. Rimfer said definitely would have a pump bolt action in the UK if I got a license. Semi-autos can be very precious in adverse. Is that precious? Well, a couple. We've apart from one, we haven't blocked any Charleston. We've let them all stay for their one comment. As they've all pussied out after their one thing. It's probably all the same fucking person. When I've said it's like when I get wound up more often due to chronic pain. Frankly, I've been good since changing to Nefapan. Yeah, that's sort of what I was trying to say, Liam. I didn't want to go into too much detail because I may be wrong. You know what I mean? I may be completely wrong, but I know exactly with you because we spoke about it, haven't we? That yeah, Because if you are, if stuff's going, if not everything's good, it doesn't help when you can get wound up a lot more easily. Well, we all know troll dolls are actually very small. Tactical Pirates have just found an MP5K BB gun, new £135. Fuck a PS5. Alright, I'll see you in the chat instead of playing online. Tactical Pirates are laughing. T2 said the weapon off. Can only hope the cancer is gone, but won't find out until October the 14th when the lab results come back. Well, as I've said before, T2, we all send our fucking wishes and love to you. You know what I mean? And you're always welcome here, and you get a lot of support on here, and it gives people a place to chat and that, don't it? You can get to talk to people, and yeah. But I hope all the best in that. Nopsy said the weapons and stuff. Maybe I was wrong about that then. Aren't they still classed as lethal barreled weapons under the new law, though? That's why they won't need to be a bright colour. I'm not sure, mate. Iron Man said, I cannot wait for Christmas. I sent Santa a letter to send me a big-breasted blonde with beer keg breasts so I can suck all night and get drunk. Fuck's sake. Well, there you go. That's a hell of a fucking... I don't know what I'd think if I ever saw that. T2 said, thanks, Mike, means so much. Iron Man said to T2, bless you and your family. I said, fuck knows I'm not a liar. I suppose that's to not see. That was part of it. Removed that as... To me, it looked like I was laughing at serious comment, which I wasn't. No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. The problem with the comments are all out of order anyway, sort of thing. Or not in order. But no, I know what you mean. But, no, he wouldn't have took it like that. Right, where am I? But yeah, sometimes it's better just to remove it if it looks a bit weird. Zed said to T2, my niece had cancer and it was removed. She recovered fine. I'm sure your wife will too. Arkla text home said, I like females with a clam so big you can stick in two hands and clap. Will's getting in early. Merry Christmas, one and all. Fuck's sake. I was tempted to actually put a fucking Christmas theme on this fucking video today as a joke, and then I thought, no, I'll do a nice one, see if I can get people to come in. Weirdly tonight, the one where I've tried to do like a nice stream and get people to join in, it's the only new people has been a couple of trolls who've all pussied out after their first comment though. Weapons and stuff said, yeah, I had someone on earlier. I deleted his comments, didn't block him, but he was asking very specific legal questions about UK stuff. Don't want to get involved in for attempting to answer or give advice on that shit. Yeah, that's it. It's it's pointless, isn't it? Because you don't know. T2, if you can see Rim for stuff or not, he said, T2, I seriously wish you and your wife the best, mate. I don't know if you did what I said. That was all. Tactical Bars, yeah, Halloween special, but that I'll definitely do a Halloween one. Me and Liam was mentioned. We hadn't spoken about it properly, but I did mention about him coming over again. Then, if he wanted to, it's up to him. He may not be able to, but if he wanted to, he can. Oh yeah, Brexit. Yeah, Brexit. That'll be the only time I do a Brexit one. Yes, I will do that. Yeah, I will do that. Will said, doing any Halloween stream, might dress up, walking the woods. Yeah, definitely do something. I'll definitely do. Yeah, I'll dress up. I'll get Zombie in here. May do a walk in the woods. Yeah, I do it a lot. I don't know about a live walk in the woods. Iron Man said Ellen Ripley is his ideal wife. But yeah, Brexit live on the 30th. Maybe we'll see what happens. I'll just sit here not talking for the whole thing. D2 said to Rimfire, it's going to be the last time I say this to you. Do not message me again. Well, all right. I won't do any replies then. I won't say any out. Architect's Home said, I bet Halloween in the UK is fun. Does everyone give out candy and all that shit? Yeah, I'll tell you what, Architect's Home, we do exactly like it is in America. Yeah. It ain't been going for very long, you know. Zed, I'm not saying this to Nell and Zed. Who else? I don't even want to ask this question. It's nothing bad. It's just I'm implying something. When you was younger, like when you was kids, what's Halloween about? Both of you are about 5 years older than me, aren't you? What's Halloween about when you was about like 10? Nell and Zed, they're only about 5 years older than me. That's how I get out of this question. Without appearing rude. When I was sure I could find time around then. Right, where am I? Zed said to Architect's Home, I knew a girl who had one so big you could tiptoe through the tulips. The tulips. Fuck's sake. Weapons I've said to Architect's Home, some people do, but it's nowhere near as big as America. Yeah, it's not as big a thing as it is in America, if that makes sense. But it is, but we do it. I have them knocking on the door all fucking night here. Drives me up the wall. Maybe I'll do that, point the camera outside and show you all the fuckers coming to my door all fucking night. Well said, yeah, everyone closes their curtains and hides in the UK. Dad said, of course it was. No trick-or-treating back then, though. No, well, what I mean then, Zed, did people do trick-or-treating, you know, when you was a kid? Well, I said, no, Halloween is the American Devil Worship Day. And then Weapon says, it's actually a pagan, technically Sam Hain. They said, of course it was, and I read that, didn't I? You back, Jim? Nice one, mate. I'll be on for about another half an hour, I reckon. Rimford said, I'm leaving now, dude. I appreciate you all going through bad stuff. Yeah, no, I won't read that. But... Yes. All right, Rimford. See you later, mate. Iron Man said, Mike, give the kids trick candy with soap inside. I'll tell you why we do it here, because with my niece and nephew, they like to dress up and, you know, go out and trick or treat. So due to that, we put a pumpkin out and that. So that's why we get people here. Bristol said, demolish a few pumpkins. That definitely do that. Weapons I've said tactical, but out of interest, are there different types of pagan, or is it a much looser thing than some religions? And he said, I'm genuinely curious. Zed said the parties were good though. The only thing we used to do, I used to go out at about the age of 14, 15, 16, trick-or-treating, taking my 12-year-old cousin out. He would be dressed as like a skeleton, the only one in a proper Halloween costume. All the rest of us would have balaclavas on and nothing else. And how fucking dodgy this would be doing this nowadays. So there's one little 12-year-old kid with her skeleton costume on, and then about 5 or 6 obviously older teenagers wear balaclavas and walking around with guns. You know, like fully fucking, you know, looks like a real revolver, looks like a real MP5. Shit like that. Trick-or-treating. And if you go to the right places, what you want to do, if you want money while you're trick-or-treating, do not go to the houses with pumpkins. Go to the other houses and keep knocking on the door until they answer. And then you get money because they just give you it to get rid of you. So we would wait till we got about 15 quid and then we'd go and buy an eighth of marijuana, go and get stoned, and then carry on trick-or-treating. Weapons and stuff. So I do find a lot of the cultural stuff over here really interesting. Weird amalgamation of older pagan stuff that's also been rehashed into Christianity. Yeah, it's weird, some of the stuff, isn't it? John Mark Miller said, "You want to subscribe to me? I'm almost 20 subscribers." Well, good for you, John. Welcome to the chat, by the way. What kind of videos do you do, John? Feel free, I don't mind you advertising your channel. You a new viewer, old viewer? Zed said to weapons and stuff, there's some people who follow the Norse religions, about the killing, of course. Iron Man said, Mike, if you could relive any year from your past, what would it be? Or would you pass in fear of changing the future? I don't know. Yeah, you're right there. No, I wouldn't mind going back and read. I don't know what year, maybe 1990. I would have to get out some stuff and I'll talk to some people, work out what years they were, but it would be somewhere between 96, 97, 98. One of those, maybe 99. But I don't know which one. I'd have to go and have a look, which was the better year. I'd have to ask them out. And it probably would change the future. It probably would. And I would probably never be a YouTuber either. Not that I don't like being a YouTuber, but I think if I changed it. John Mark Miller said, so your video says laugh and talk. Yes, I'm talking right now. You might be able to have a laugh in a minute. There you go, there's a laugh there. Not see, so I remember going through housing estate with hyper-realistic BB guns that we bought broken from a gun shop. Yeah, that's what we used to do. So fucking dodgy. You imagine doing that now? Okay, John Mark Miller, knock, knock. Okay, who's there? Architect Simon said, prepping seems to be a very popular YouTube topic that a lot of people are jumping on. Prepping is becoming a big interest in the States. It is here as well, Arkla, because of Brexit and that. Devon Reviewer said, £15 an eighth back in the day. The soap bar, not around anymore, is it? No, you don't see none of that kind of stuff now. Yeah, I used to like all that kind of yellow solids and the squidgy black and all that. Yeah. Don't see it now. And it's also fucking twice the fucking price. Hoo-hoo. It's going to be as good as my knock-knock joke, I tell you. Iron Man said, if you could go back in time with any gear and weapons, I would go back to the 1880s and kill Jack the Ripper. I like that. That's quite good. Tactical, you're off, mate. Sorry, I nearly missed that. Good night, mate. Yeah, be famous. Time traveler comes back and kills Jack the Ripper. You know what would happen, though, Iron Man? I reckon you'd go back in time to kill Jack the Ripper. You'd kill Jack the Ripper. Someone would see you kill Jack the Ripper, think you're Jack the Ripper. You'd then travel back in time to modern times, and that's why they never caught you, because you're not in that time anymore. And that is why Jack the Ripper never got caught. Now, I've just fucking solved Jack the Ripper. It's fucking Iron Man Spartan. I'll be honest with you, Iron Man. That's why I fucking love time travel stuff. Because it's mad. Yeah. You, just by mentioning it, have become Jack the Ripper. T2 said, JB, I'm still looking after my son who's 25 years old. He's still Stephen, I reckon. Still wants his dad to put money under his pillow when he wakes up. Okay. What are you trying about? I've missed that. Zed said to weapons and stuff, that might be better than the Blood Eagle or the other little party trick, slicing your guts open and tying them to a post and making you walk around pulling them out. Have I missed something there? I don't know. John Macmillan never finished off his joke. Come on. Knock, knock, who's there? Who? Come on. Weapons and stuff. There was an old gory DOS game called Waxworks where one of the deaths was getting lynched by a mob who mistook you for Jack the Ripper. Weirdly, it was a lot like the film Waxwork, where you travelled into the dimension time period and entering a waxwork exhibit. That's a good film, that, isn't it? Yeah, that was quite interesting when you said you watched that. Will said I'd go back in time to get a fresh trim from Sweeney Todd. What, and eat some Sweeney Todd pies to see what human tastes like. D2 said JB, I had a nice William III shilling a few weeks back. Arthur Home. Speaking of time travel, a new Mortal Kombat as the Terminator as a character. I'm so stoked. I've watched the trailer for that. It looks really good, don't it? Yeah, I thought that looked excellent. Yeah, don't do the knock softly, you bastard, again. I fell for that fucking hook, line, and fucking sinker. That was a good one, that. Timbo said to T2, my 17-year-old wanted me to sit with him when he was getting over his first hangover. Told him to man up. Iron Man said, time travel movies are the best, but it's rare to find a new one. Yeah, you don't get many, do you? Or you get a lot of crap ones as well. But yeah, I fucking love time travel films. Not C said, why would you want to kill Jack the Ripper? You never know. One of the whores he killed could have given birth to the English Hitler. Messing with the past is a dangerous idea and get very messy. But you never know. Maybe it's. I'm not going to get into the how time. It's fucking time travel stuff. You go on forever about that. When I've said, then you get what's that? Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. What's that one? I've heard of that. Rare and fatal condition that affects the brain. Oh, CJD. Fuck's sake, yeah. What the fuck am I? I'm getting very mixed up with some of these chats here, though. Architects over, is it true that Churchill had a plan to nuke Russia immediately after World War II? I don't know. If you'd said CJD, I would have known what you meant. Weapons after a human version of mad cow can be passed on. Yeah, if you'd have said CJD, I would have got it. The funny thing is, I've read it and I thought I do know that. Rimford said, not true. Operation Unthinkable. When I said there was an Operation Unthinkable, which was planned land invasion of the Soviet Union. And was obviously a fucking stupid idea. So what was the vote on the game then? The Long Dark? Oh, well, I just saved my plus game plus save for The Last of Us, and I'll do that, sometime another year. T2 said to Timbo, my son thought it was okay to be sick in his shoes and leave them by the front door. Wow, the smell when I came downstairs was horrendous. Yeah, I got all that to look forward to. My niece and nephew one day, I suppose. I'll probably have to experience some of that and get the blame for it. You never know, maybe they won't drink, but I fucking bet they will. There was some funny stuff going on once about, not funny, but someone was moaning about because it's, obviously my brother's kids, my brother and his missus' kids. Someone got caught moaning at a party saying that if the two kids weren't looked after properly, they'll turn out like me and Malcolm. I found that hilarious. I'm asked Martin, Mike, what's your favourite time travel movie? I like The Butterfly Effect. Mine is Time Crimes. Iron Man. It's Spanish though, so you would have to it's subtitled if that, but that's well good. It's similar to Triangle. I actually think Triangle is loosely based on Time Crimes. Time Crimes excellent. But there's a load of stuff in Triangle that is very similar to Time Crimes, but Time Crimes was before. Rimfer said Churchill was apparently an OP unthinkable. For OP unthinkable. They were going to use Wehrmacht troops. Military advisor said it would fail. Architect M, the Evil Dead trilogy is my favourite time travel set of films, and Terminator. Yeah, funny thing is, Evil Dead and Terminator, you forget that they've got time travel elements in them. Nell said, I had my girls young, so would go out with them, fall in edges together and have hangovers together. That sounds good now. Rims are true. Probably at the time they were the most powerful land force on Earth. I missed what Liam was saying there, but the Soviets. As the Soviets took a real beating in World War II, the Soviet land army in 1945 was much better preparation for a longer war than Britain and America. Yeah, Back to the Future. Well, that I definitely know is a time travel film, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I like serious time travel films. I do like Back to the Futures though. T2 said JBO. If it was in a better condition, it would have been worth good money. But a worn coin, not a lot. Trying to think what other time travel films. Weirdly enough, I don't have a lot of time travel films on DVD. I've seen shitloads of them. The Time Traveler's Wife. Now that was excellent, actually, saying that. Iron Man often mentions that. See, the sound of it, the Time Traveler's Wife, it sounds a bit, is it just about some time traveler's wife? But it's not, is it, really? That's an excellent film. Yeah, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Iron Man said, an alternative dimension exists. In another one, we could be speaking German and think Hitler was a god and Churchill was a devil. That's it. That's it. When did I say? Before all the silicon computer chips, etc., the Soviets had a lot more manpower, tanks, artillery ready to go. Not season. Speaking of time travel, is Doctor Who a transgender? Still transgender? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I've not watched the new ones. Now she's female. I don't know. There's no reason I wouldn't. I just mean I haven't watched them, so I don't know. Rimford said, yeah, I heard that too. Up until a point. Couldn't beat a decent hardware and sheer manpower. Cheers for all the link sharing now. I'll have to promote you soon. Thing is, there's a lot of what ifs sent there that, in all honesty, don't mean anything, do they? What if? What if? Well, it never happened, so. I'll let Rimfer and Weapons, you two can have a little chat. I won't read them out. It's going over my head a bit, really. Nazi said, I sometimes wonder what it would have been like if Hitler had won the war. Would Nazi have fallen by now, like Soviet Union? You don't know, do you? I don't know. I doubt it. I reckon the whole world would be a completely different place, to be honest. It certainly wouldn't be like it is now. T2 said to now, it's so nice. I haven't seen my daughter for 6 years. Iron Man said, all people are female first in the womb until testosterone changes females into males. That's why men have nipples. Weapons basically, it's the interesting military argument of numbers versus technology. For the moon landing, Soviets were ahead in the space race. So they were a really, really scary threat. It's just what if sort of thing, you know what I mean? I know what you mean though. Rimfer said, oh yeah, let them chat. Swan said, still streaming. That's better. I'll be on for another 10 minutes. I don't mind people having a chat. Have a chat. You know what I mean? It's just some of it's a bit, Weapons no. Zed said to Weapons and stuff. Just ask the World War II Germans how much better tech did against huge numbers or not. Of not so great tech. Well. Slow mode's off. Yeah, anyone who does the links sharing stuff, I appreciate it. Anyone can do it. There's Tim remembered affiliate. Thank you, mate. Affiliate, flat awning, fuck, I can't remember any of them now. No, I need to remember. Iron Man said, Mike, what if your great-great-great-grandson from the future coming back to annoy you on a primitive live streams? And what if I'm your great-great-great? That's fair enough. I can accept that one. Yeah, that's all right, Iron Man. I'm not leaving you anything in my will there. Crown Jewel said, anyone seen the Richie from Boston vid he just put up? No, what was the Richie from Boston video? Weapons are said, Germans' main issue in World War II was lack of logistics planning. By the way, slow mode's off. What's Richie from Boston then? Crown Jewels, come on. I'm not rushing you here. Make me bloody look it up. Right, I looked up. Oh, if conspiracies were real, everyone would know. Is that it? No, I don't know. Is that the video? So anyway, change the subject. Top 3 favourite music albums. Favourite music albums. I don't mind talking about the World War II stuff. The only problem is a lot of it, I've stopped reading it, no offence, but because I think before it was talking about things that might have happened. And to me, I always think, to be honest, what might have happened, you can't ever know, can you, what might have happened if it didn't happen. You know, so everyone can have an opinion, and but no one can ever be right because it didn't happen. It's like, you know, what if England lost, you know, what if Britain lost World War II? Well, we didn't, so what does it matter? You know what I mean? Not saying that's what you're talking about, but you know. Swan Bohemian said, today I watched a video and there's a sport that simulates medieval battle. It's quite brutal, getting popular, but it's really expensive. Now, I think I've heard of that. I think we spoke about that on here before. But no, Liam and Rim, feel free to keep talking about that. Don't you join in as well, Iron Man. I've had it. Don't worry about it. Right. Where am I? What did he say? Top 3 favourite. Fuck's sake, I keep saying favourite. Favourite music album. My favourite. I don't know. Probably something by Morrissey or the Smiths. Possibly one by No Doubt. Possibly one by Madness. But I don't know the specific ones. It's all right, Renfrey said, thanks, Rapper. I'll get blinkered and end up lost in conversation. No, it's fine. It's just, as I said, it's going over my head a bit. And if I read out everything you two are writing, it's a hell of a lot to keep reading out. So I just thought I'd let you two have a chat. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't be offended by me not reading it out. I just thought you two could have a chat. Because the problem is I'll just be reading it out and, like, not even answering it. So it's sort of pointless. Now says he's saying sex bit of baddies on her long socks. Dad said my top 3 metal ones anyway would be Paranoid by Black Sabbath, Made in Japan by Deep Purple, and Secret Society, Blue Oyster Cult. I quite like a bit of Blue Oyster Cult. Taunted, I always like to compare Soviet Union and Germany in World War II. It's like dodgeball. 3 good players versus 40 bad. Right. Any of the Twitch people, I'll be on Twitch tomorrow night, I think, because Peter's going to play Red Dead Redemption. Cheers, Liam. Actually, I think I'll probably just get rid of them altogether if I can. Just a troll. Renfrew said, top album for me is Unknown Places by Joy Division. Yeah, I like a bit of Joy Division, actually. Yeah, sorry, that's what I was saying right now. Yeah, I'll be on Twitch tomorrow. Right, so if anyone wants to join Twitch, this is the link for Twitch, right? Join Twitch, make an account. It ain't like YouTube. It's just a streaming website, basically. So you just like my page or whatever, or just bookmark it, and then every time I go live, you'll get a notification. and then you can chat with me. I'm on camera on there in the corner. Yeah, and you can have a chat with like Liam, Peach, Nell, Iron Man, Will, Dan. Who else? There's quite a few of us now, aren't there? Bing don't seem to be on very often now. Hardly ever, in fact. Comments on the videos, but it don't seem to be live. T2 said to Nell, she just got in touch with me the other week. You're so made up. But no, well, she didn't want things to be awkward if we met at a function. Is that your daughter who you haven't seen for ages, T2? But tomorrow it'll be Red Dead Redemption 2 online, so I can play with well, I think the stream's gone off. It'll be Red Dead Redemption anyway, if you can still hear me. Rimple said, my MG Roadster blew its engine while Joy Division Shadow Play was playing. Yeah, I'll be off in a minute anyway. I'm from England, Joseph. Where are you from? Israel. Oh, nice. Sorry, I'm just about to finish the streaming. I'll be on for a little bit more if you want to have a chat there. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Come back next time. So yeah, if anyone wants to join the Twitch, go to that link, bookmark the Twitch, and then like there's no videos on there you have to watch or anything. There's nothing you have to do. You just make an account, and then every time I go live, you can watch us. I'll play a game, and it's just easier because I find it difficult to stream too often. It does my head in a bit, you know. But a game, because I play games anyway, I might as well stream a game. You know what I mean? If I'm playing it anyway, I might as well stream it so we can have a chat. So next week it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly Thursday. I like to have a day off before the Friday, Saturday streams of any streaming, if you know what I mean. Right, that's it. I'm going to call it a night now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will be on, as I said, Twitch tomorrow. Yeah, cheers, everyone. It's been a good stream tonight. I enjoyed that. It was a good one again. Felt a bit weird at the beginning. Maybe it's this light putting me off and, you know, my ears and that. But yeah, you know, nothing wrong with the stream. It was good. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Who was it who joined? Who was it who joined Patreon last night? Someone joined Patreon last night, and I can't remember who it was. Because the name on it isn't what their YouTube name is. Should have been on there, actually, saying that. I should have put it on there. Right. See you all later. Thanks for watching, everyone. Was it you, Timbo? Was it you, Tim? Really? So do you want your you, Tim? So I'll put Timbo66 on there, shall I? Nice one, Tim. I completely forgot till now. Thank you, mate. Yeah. So do you want me to put Timbo66 on there? Nice one. Right, I'll do that after this. Thank you for supporting as well, mate. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I meant to say thank you. Oh, by the way, while you're here, Tim, did you also get like a message from me on Patreon after you did it saying thank you? Because there's supposed to be like an automated thing that does that, and I wondered if it sends it out. I think a lot of people just make Patreon and just do it and then leave it anyway, don't they? So. Oh, Patreon did they? All right. Right. I'll whack your name on there later, Timbo. Thank you, mate. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Good night. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. It's been a really good stream tonight. See you later. Thank you. Good night.